Welcome back to more State of the USMNT. I'm your host, Marvin. You could call me Marvin. Doesn't really matter to me, but I am the host of the State of the USMNT. Now, today we have an amazing episode for you, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be breaking down the highlights between the USMNT versus Mexico. We're going to be breaking down the Gold Cup final highlights between these two CONCACAF giants. And obviously, the USMNT dethroned. Well, they didn't dethrone because they had already previously dethroned Mexico in the CNL CONCACAF Nations League final when the USMNT beat them 3-2. But if there was doubt that the USMNT was running the CONCACAF ever since then, well, basically the doubt was eliminated last night with Miles Robinson game-clinching goal against this CONCACAF giant. Not only have we conquered Mexico once this summer, but twice. And it wasn't just to beat them for a simple game. It was to beat them for hardware, baby. It was to beat them for the trophy. And we beat them twice. The last time I could recall that ever happened was never, because I don't think that's ever happened. But I'm glad it has, and I'm glad I'm living it, and I'm glad I'm reaping the benefits of this, man. I've been a USMNT fan since back in the dog days, and I remember those days, man. We played the final against Mexico a couple times here and there, and whether it was a Gold Cup or whatever it was, and we'd get beat, and it was very unsatisfying. I remember being with my buddies. They were always Mexico fans. Obviously, it was like 6 Mexico fans versus me, 1 USMNT fan, and I used to get crap for it, man. I used to get crap, right when I walked through the door with my USMNT jersey, started bashing on me and all that stuff, and obviously the USMNT would lose. So I'd get even more bashed on, right? But first and foremost, man, I want to say congratulations to Greg Berhalter and his staff for winning me over. Winning me over as a fan. I honestly had so many questions about Greg Berhalter this Gold Cup, whether, was the roster good enough? I'm not going to lie, I love that provisional roster, the 60 provisional roster. When he chopped it down to 23, I had my questions. Throughout the Gold Cup, I had my questions, but you know what? This guy answered every single question I had. This guy had the team ready to go game in and game out this whole Gold Cup. Didn't matter if we were going against Haiti, Martinique, Jamaica, or even the cream of the crop, according to some people, Mexico. In the CONCACAF, we were ready to go, and last night we cemented our spot once again as the top dog in the CONCACAF without a doubt. Not only did we beat Mexico once this summer, but twice, and it wasn't just in any ordinary regular game. We beat them when it mattered the most, when everything was on the line, when the hardware was on the line. We were there to step up, and we were there to finish and clinch that spot, that dub. Doesn't matter how it came, doesn't matter if it was in the 90th minute, a 5th minute, doesn't matter, baby. We clinched the dub, and we are the cream of the crop in the CONCACAF. All I gotta say is this: smooch it. Haters gonna hate, kiss it. USMNT all day, baby. Let's go. Sorry, guys, I had to get that out of my system. I have to get that out somewhere. Somehow, somewhere, I have to get it out. And you know what? Last night, no disrespect to any Mexico El Tri fans out there. Mexico is a top dog. Is a top dog in the CONCACAF, but is not the top dog in the CONCACAF. Let's get that straight. And anytime Mexico is good, that's good for us because that's an amazing rivalry. But now it's just a time for us, for the USMNT to take over and take that torch and say, hey, we got it from here, old dog. We're going to represent the CONCACAF a little bit better this time. Sorry, guys. No, I'm kidding. But hey, Mexico, cap off to you guys. You guys have a great team. Tata has an amazing team. He has them believing in whatever system it is. He has players like Chaka, who in my opinion doesn't even look like a soccer player, but he's out there running down the flank, and they're a great team. And when Mexico's good, this rivalry is great. We can finally say that we're the top dog in the CONCACAF without a doubt. And if there is, like I said, then go back to the CNL final and go back to the Gold Cup final, and you'll see if there's any doubt there, baby. But before I do start breaking down the highlights, I want to say thank you guys so much for showing the love to this channel, man. The State of the USMNT is continuing to grow slowly but steadily, all thanks to you guys, the supporting fans out there that are constantly subscribing, hitting that like button, sharing the content, commenting. That's all pumping our content out to further USMNT fans, to more USMNT fans, and we're getting discovered, all thanks to you guys, man. We appreciate the love. You guys are giving us the support, and honestly, we want you guys to continue to support this channel. So with that being said, the fan of this episode is going to be the only Josue. So the only Josue, you are the fan of the episode, man. Thank you so much for showing us the love, subscribing, commenting, and liking the video, man. We appreciate it, and we appreciate every single one of your guys' love and support. Trust me, it doesn't go unrecognized. We enjoy it and we love it. Thank you guys. And if you want to be the next fan of the State of the USMNT to get a shout out on the next video, on the future video, just hit that like button, subscribe, comment section, share our content, follow us on the socials, and also if you do all that, you're also still entering that giveaway that we're doing for the Christian Pulisic USMNT original jersey, ladies and gentlemen. That giveaway is still going on. We are going to be giving away that Christian Pulisic to one lucky fan, to one lucky USMNT fan, and fan of the State of the USMNT, we're going to have you ready to roll for the World Cup qualifiers and the World Cup. And all you have to do is hit that like button, subscribe, comment section, share, and hit the socials, and you're automatically in to win that jersey, and you're automatically in to potentially be the fan of the next episode, to potentially be a fan of the USMNT episode in the future. So what did I think about the game? I thought the game was amazing. I thought the game had everything that US versus Mexico has. The chippiness, the no calls, the calls, everything, the opportunities of goal. And obviously Mexico came out doing what they do best. They possessed the ball. They try to keep the ball away from the US, and they did a pretty damn good job at doing that last night. But the USMNT had an answer for that. Every time and any time that Mexico had or possessed the ball, I noticed that the USMNT put a lot of pressure on them. Every time Mexico possessed the ball, I noticed that the USMNT put a lot of pressure on their defenders to let go of the ball earlier or pass it a little sooner. And in my opinion, that led to a lot of mistakes for Mexico. So I love the fact that every time Mexico did possess the ball, Berhalter had his men putting pressure on Mexico immediately to distribute the ball a little faster or create a critical mistake. And that happened often. And the US had their opportunities, man. They could have easily put one or two, Mexico mistakes away into the net, but they didn't. But overall, I think they played great. The USMNT were disciplined defensively. Every time the USMNT was going up forward and they either gave the ball away at the midfield or gave the ball away, at the striker position, they transitioned in nicely, and their defense was very disciplined, stayed in their lanes, did not allow Mexico to open them up or exploit them. I love that about the USMNT last night, and obviously it goes to show that Greg Berhalter, who was a defensive player for the USMNT, is obviously implementing that defensive aspect, defensive mentality into his defense, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm buying into it. I'm buying into Greg Berhalter and his system. There was a lot of USMNT players last night that played a pivotal role in us garnering this victory. For example, Matty Ice, that's what I'm going to call him. Matt Turner holding it down. Great shot stopper, in my opinion. Had 3 good saves. George Bello, who shut down Tecatito Corona all night. The 19-year-old, inexperienced, in my honest opinion. Cap off to George Bello, garnering the attention of Berhalter, and honestly, in my opinion, cementing himself as a possible backup at that left back position. Miles Robinson, who had the only goal last night and played pretty damn good defensively, was stout, was pretty good at holding his own defensively when Funes Mori was trying to go past him, through him. Miles Robinson was there to close the lanes down against Funes Mori. Players like Eric Williamson, who didn't have a lot of offensive work, but when he had to put the overalls on, had to do the dirty work, he did it, and I love that about him. I want to see more of Eric Williamson. But in my opinion, the player that stole his show for me is Kellen Acosta, man. This guy, yeah, he didn't do much offensively, and what he did offensively was sending those amazing long shots, nice centers in from 30 yards out into the penalty box. That one almost led to a goal from Giazzi Zardes / Paul Arriola, and the other one actually led to the goal. Was the assist to Miles Robinson, that nice center from like 30 yards out into that penalty box. Miles Robinson came in and cleaned it up and did everything right defensively, held it down defensively, closed the door on a couple Mexico attacks, picked their pockets like 6 or 7 times. This guy was doing everything right, did the dirty work, put the overalls on, and did the nice dirty work, the dirty work that we love to do as defensive players, myself. And obviously that nice thunderous strike, that thunderous center that, like I said, led to Miles Robinson goal, man. In my opinion, I think Kellen Acosta has definitely cemented himself as a backup to Tyler Adams come the World Cup / World Cup qualifiers. This guy's done everything right under Berhalter and continues to garner and win Berhalter's attention. And with performances like these, where he's continuously disrupting attacks from the opponents, breaking down attacks, I think he's going to continue to garner those minutes. And yeah, like I said, I think he should definitely be in talks for a backup to Tyler Adams come World Cup / World Cup qualifiers. I just love the grit, the fight, the I'm not going to roll over mentality about this team, man. This team they're ready to punch any opponent in the mouth and say, I'm here, man. We're going to scrap it out for 90 minutes. And that's exactly what happened. Now, with all that being said, man, let's break down these amazing highlights. Let's break down the final between the US of A versus Mexico. Let's break down what cemented us, the game that cemented us as a top dog, the cream of the crop of the CONCACAF. Lego. We're going to start off fast with George Bello and Williamson. Did not get enough on there, but Williamson, man, played pretty damn good last night. I really want to see what Williamson can do with the A team. He didn't do a lot offensively last night, but defensively, he was putting on the overalls, man, doing all that dirty work. I love that about him, so I do really want to see him with the A team. Here's that center that could have easily ended up in there, but Matty / Turner, aka Matty Ice. I'm going to call him Matty Ice. Put on the Superman cape there and block that. Matt Turner definitely needs to be in consideration for the #1 goalkeeper aside from Zach Steffen or Horvath. This is where Mexico kind of got a little comfortable trying to play a little bit too much of possession. Alvarez with the heavy touch there gives it away. Arriola should have definitely put this behind the net, man. When you're playing a team like Mexico, you need to put these behind the net. Doesn't matter how or when, but you need to find a way. you got to put those in, Arriola. And Arriola had a couple shots in the game that he could have easily put in there, but kind of lacked on the finishing aspect. This is Mori here passing it to himself, and Matt Turner once again becoming big and blocking that shot. Gallardo overlapping, and once again Funes Mori. Just Funes Mori didn't really have the finishing touch last night for some reason. Chaka, the guy that looks like Kratos from once again Funes Mori just didn't have it, and Matt Turner just stopping the shots. And here's that nice through ball by Williams to Arriola. Once again, Arriola's up there by himself. There's really nothing much he could do, and sends it wide. This is George Bello against Tecatito, man. Overall, I think that George Bello held his own last night, man. He kind of, in my opinion, if you were to ask me, he shut down Tecate. He didn't allow him to do anything. Aside from this nice center here that Tecate, Bello basically neutralized him. And honestly, I'm really enjoying, I really like what I'm seeing from Bello. For some reason, came out and Sam Vines came in. Sam Vines came in and really didn't offer much going forward or defensively. I don't know why Berhalter took out Bello, but Bello played pretty damn good last night. And honestly, him shutting down Tecate shows me that this kid's a lot of promise. This prospect has a lot of promise in him. And I really want to see what else he could do maybe in the A team, kind of put him in there with the A team, you know? This is the one that should have gone in for Mexico right here. Boom. Oh, I don't know what he's doing, man. I do not know what number 10 was doing there for Mexico. Once again here, they get their pocket picked. And Hoppy. That was a nice block. Miles Robinson, I really like what this kid could do, man. I really like how he runs up and finds a way to just get in the box. Right there, Hoppy could have easily had it, but gets blocked once again by Alvarez. Now, this center we're about to see right now at the 73rd minute is the same identical center that Kellen Acosta sent in at the 116th minute when Miles Robinson came in and cleaned it up and scored the only goal of the match to win, to give the USMT the dub, the victory. This is the same identical center, and you're going to see how good Kellen Acosta is at sending in these pivotal centers. He sends them in so tight and accurate, right in between the goalkeeper, right in the soft spot between the goalkeeper and the defenders and the forwards trying to score, but only where his teammates can get it. I mean, there was an opportunity for a goal here, but then obviously in the next center, that's when the goal lands. But check it out. Really good tight center here. Jazzy could have cleaned it up. Arriola could have chipped it over Talavera, but very good though. Very, very good tight centers there, man. I love them. Right at the penalty spot. That's the best. Unfortunately there, I think Arriola should have just chipped it. He got a little bit too... Does this guy not look like Kratos, ladies and gentlemen? Kratos from God of War, Chaka right here. Look at him. Does not look like a soccer player, but this guy can hold it down, man. Pretty good. Mexico could have scored there as well, but was not their lucky day. See what happens here. Salcedo, what was that? This next play you're about to see is how good Jazzy Zardes is at just holding the ball, allowing numbers to go forward, and then distributing the ball. He doesn't always score, but what he did so good last night, and what I really truly enjoyed about him last night, was the fact that there was times he was up there by himself, you know, at the striker position all alone, and didn't have numbers, didn't have teammates around him. But what he did so good, what he did really good, was he received the ball, he held the ball, and then allowed numbers to push forward so he could open up some options. That's how good he was, and that's what he did so great last night. You're going to see it right now, how he holds the ball and then allows numbers to push forward, kind of distributes it after. There he is, holds it, is very strong at the point of holding, opens up himself actually, and then tries to shoot. But he's so good at just holding that ball, very physical at the point of defending the ball. And this is where Kellen Acosta sends in that nice center, right in the sweet spot between the goalkeeper, right where only his teammates can get it. Very nice center, man. This guy's really good at set pieces. And to me, this guy was a man of the match. But here you go. What a beautiful center, very tight. And Miles Robinson is there to clean it up. No doubt that we are the top dogs in the CONCACAF, baby, after this game right here. Everybody, man, if I was on that stadium, I would have probably ran down there and celebrated with him. I wouldn't even have cared if I would have got kicked out. But look at that. Elevating himself like a center back, being physical at the point of headering and cleaning it up. That is what you call a championship caliber header, baby. A clinching championship header, whatever you want to call it. Overall, fantastic showing by the USMNT. Couldn't be more happy for this team, man. A lot of people didn't expect this team to make it this far, to even make it to the semifinals. Everybody was complaining about how it was a C team, a D team, an F team, a B team. And to be honest, I was one of those fans that was like, hey, you know, this squad doesn't look the strongest, very MLS based, more experienced than youth. I don't see how they're gonna, compete against a team like Mexico, who's bringing some actually top elite level players like of Alvarez, a Tecatito. I didn't really think the USMT would make it this far. And to be honest, man, I'm not surprised at all. Actually, the way that Berhalter has these players ready to go every single game in and game out, just gives me more faith that whoever we play against, we're gonna be ready to go, and we're gonna be ready to punch anybody in the mouth. We're not gonna roll over. We're not the team of the past where we conceded a goal and just fell flat on our face. We concede goals and we fight back. And even if the team is possessing the ball, we're still running 90 minutes, all 90 minutes, trying to repossess the ball, trying to just open up opportunities, start opportunities to win the game. This team was very young, average 24 years of age, but still had a lot of fight in them, had a fire lit in them, saying, hey, we're here. We're going to beat Mexico. We don't care what anybody says. We don't care what the predictions are. We got one goal in mind, and that's to win this Gold Cup. And that's exactly what happened, man. Hats off to the USMNT. Hats off to Greg Berhalter, man. You guys, congratulations on defeating Mexico once again and proving to anybody or everybody out there that we are the top dogs of the CONCACAF, and we are in control now. And if you guys are truly enjoying this content, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're working hard over here at the State of the USMNT to pump out the best content, to pump out the best bangers for you guys. So if you guys are truly enjoying it, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that comment section, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. Your love, obviously, your support to us goes a long way, and obviously motivating us to continue to pump out the amazing banger content. And if you do all that, you enter to potentially win a Christian Pulisic USMNT original jersey, as well as you win a chance of being the fan of the next episode. Basically, we give you a shout out in the next episode. That's basically it. So subscribe, comment, hit that like button, follow us on our socials, and share our content, baby, because it goes a long way. Aside from that, this is Marv from the State of the USMNT. I hope you guys enjoyed this content, and see you guys next time.